Are you enjoying the show so far? Alright, we're going to keep it hot for just a little while longer. And we're turning over back to Big Kenny and the ladies.
And welcome back to ACOD, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for our producer. We're getting ready to go into our final segment. We're going to wrap it up, and then we're going to get into some fantastic stand-up comedy with one of Atlanta's hottest, well, actually one of the Southeast hottest up-and-coming female comedians. And ACOD is all chicks, one dick. The ratio we prefer, so everybody that you see on this show, on the production and performance side, besides me, will be a female because I like titties. Okay, so I mean, shit, I'm selfish. What you want me to say? Now, one of the last things that I want to ask is, many a times, and this has been my experience with women, and women correct me if I'm wrong, but very few times have I had a confrontation with a female, a confrontation of philosophy, how you feel versus how I feel, and how she feels is greatly patterned by how someone she knows feels before her. It's like my sister said, my mama was right. God damn it, Oprah said this was gonna happen. I was watching Ellen and she was right. It's always women taking advice, and a lot of times women take advice from women who have no concept of what it is you're going through. You taking advice on how to deal with your husband from a chick with a baby daddy. You taking advice on how to deal with your boyfriend from a chick who is a lesbian, who don't even have a name. You know what I'm saying? You taking advice on how to deal with your man from a chick that has been in 5 different relationships in the last 3 weeks. That kind of shit. And you, huh?
So are you taking my house?
Yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, you know, we broke up over some shit like that. So, ladies, when it comes to advice, you're always taking advice. Why do you take advice from the wrong people?
I don't take advice from the wrong people. I am my own evidence. I do what is right for me and make the ass backwards. I don't give a fuck, it works for me. And what I've come to realize that as I'm transitioning, excuse me, once I got over the 30-year-old hump, that
she said hump.
That's the new 20s. And I started embracing things a little bit differently. So for me, hey, I go with what I feel, what works for me, and how that person or that thing or that decision is going to affect me and my kids and my family moving forward. So fuck what the next person has to say. Bitch, if you're not at least somewhere where I am or have been there and lost it and trying to build it again, you can say whatever you want to say to me. That's not going to affect if I make that change or decision just because you had an opinion. That's great.
Now, do you ever get women that go, girl, you can't tell me shit, you a porn star?
All the time. And you know what? I tell them, thank you for acknowledging, thank you for supporting me, because in order for you to know that, for the most part, I just don't walk around saying, hey, I'm a porn star, unless I'm on stage or, you know, I'm doing something that is going to be productive for that particular manner. Most of the time, I'm a very professional person. I have 2 degrees, and the fuck I got before I was utilizing them. No, but bottom line is I'm very educated. I did that as a choice. I didn't do that because somebody said.
And tell me what your degree's in.
Human resources and business management. So, plus I'm an author. I'm a mother of 3. Amongst a whole bunch of other shit.
She writes, she can cook and take dick in the face. Who don't know that? That's just beautiful. That is a wonderful thing. Now, do you take advice?
I think it's all women. I think we let people rent space in our head. So we just accept the input from other people, but ultimately we make our own decisions based on how we were raised. Not always right, and I'm proved.
And now, see, this is what I'm saying. A lot of people, and I know without mentioning names, I have a very, very dear friend who's now in her 50s, and she is in an abusive relationship. And now I'm talking about some domestic violence shit, but a dude she's not married to, so this is a decision she made. And I said, you know, you're not supposed to be going through that. And she goes, well, I didn't didn't have a dad growing up. And I'm like, damn, but you 50, you ain't reconciled shit. And listen, please, don't think that I'm being, don't think that I'm being dismissive of domestic violence. I'm just saying, a lot of times, and that's my thing with females, they have they're willing to hold on to the shit so long. I mean, you know, generally at 18 is what I imagine you are considered an adult when you graduate high school. I graduated high school early, like at 16. So I graduated on a Wednesday. On Friday, I left home forever. I'm saying at fucking 16, I left home forever. And whatever had happened to me up to that point, I started manifesting in a way to leave that shit behind. And not that it was bad, but I mean, I started making my own way at that time.
Yeah.
When do you say, you know, I was raised this way, but goddamn it, I'm wrong now?
See, Asian people don't have family reunions because we never fucking leave the house. They want you to
Was that some racial shit she said?
It's true.
We don't eat ribs, no.
We aren't even allowed to leave the house unless we get married.
Oh, so what you're saying is you have to grow up in the home with your parents until you get married. And if you don't get married, they want you there in the house.
Absolutely. I was in a very abusive relationship and I lived at home still. So I was between a rock and a hard spot. So I was getting my ass beat at home. Not at home, sorry. Emotionally, I was getting beat up at home because of where I was and I didn't have a husband. Well, what? You think he's gonna knock on the fucking window and invite me to fucking get married? And then so I had a boyfriend who was abusive, so I was between two places. And
now, that's important in Asian homes that you find a husband?
yes, it is.
And they put pressure. Now, any other women in your home had any pressure to get married? I mean, because I know there were times when I've been sitting around the table with my female members of my family, and the one that's getting a little older and hadn't been married, or I've got a cousin, my first cousin, I love her to death. Her and her husband have been married now over 25 years, but when they were dating, she would go visit him, and they would be like, oh, you're going to visit him? Why would he buy the cow if he get the milk for free? And all that, goddamn it, what? You traveling 50 miles to see him? He the one ought to be traveling to see you. I tell you what, you keep on dating, he ain't gonna want to marry you. When y'all get married, you need to be married, you need to be married. And I was like, damn, what if this dude is like this? Like in your case, what if this dude's punching the shit out of you every day, and they're still pushing you to get married? Why would you take that advice? That's still bad advice, no matter who it comes from. If your parents give you bad advice, then unfortunately, that's still bad advice. Why do women take bad advice?
I've actually been in that situation where when I was 17, I was getting my ass whipped on a regular. I actually had my own spot. So this dude was coming back and forth, and I was madly in love, or should I say I was dick whipped. Because at 17, that's the only thing that you really think you don't know is, oh my God, I'm never going to fall in love again. This is that person. Fucked around and had a kid, and wanted to make sure that this was who I was with, and this and that and the other. So I took those ass whippings to the point where he really beat my ass and almost killed me. So I took that and I learned that it's not love. If he's hitting you, if he's beating on you, that's not love. By any means of the imagination. So
Now, if he do it to your cousin, is that love?
If he's fucking your cousin, it could be love.
I'm saying if you do it and apologize.
It depends on how good the dick is. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's not true. Dick is anywhere. No, he can't get away with that. Family members are off limits. That's another one of my limits. You can't touch my family. I can't.
No, nobody in the family.
Nobody.
Like your next door neighbor.
That just depends. It depends if he wants that, and this is my dude, and I love him, and I want to stay with him. Shit, let's try it.
Now, have you ever given somebody bad advice?
Absolutely.
What's the worst advice you've ever given?
Probably, shit, if you want to be a hoe, be a good hoe. I mean.
And now, did you give her that advice knowing that?
How do you do that?
Well, then see, that's another,
Maybe I need to do something different.
People look at porn all the time, even if they don't want you to know and they don't want anybody else to find out. They have a secret motherfucking stash. My mother-in-law has a secret stash in her room. And yeah, I mean, people look at it all the time. So they want to
With guys, yet again, there's a difference. She said, if you're gonna be a hoe, be a good hoe. For guys, if you're a hoe, that's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just have a grasp of the basics, goddammit, and we'll coach you into the rest of it. So women are always like, you ain't the right kind of hoe. Hey, don't discourage it. You know what I mean? As long as she's a team player, as long as she is willing to get in the game, we can work with her. Don't discourage any of that. Now, the last couple of seconds, this shouldn't take long, and then we're going to take a couple questions from the audience, and then we're going to let the love industry do her thing really quick. This seems to be the question when it comes to relationship: pussy and money. Can you have one? Can you have one without you?
No. It's always happens.
Who said no?
If you have money, pussy is gonna come. It doesn't even matter. You ain't even gotta spend it for real, but you will spend it just to keep it around.
How many women, I mean, awesome for real. Not saying that I'm gonna sell it, I ain't no hoe, but he got to at least have some shit by round of applause. I mean, how many women don't care? As long as he loves Lord, he can dig a ditch and just work hard and he okay with me. No, I'm not saying you ain't got to love more than you love money. I'm just saying, my thing is, there are some women, and this is something. I've been married twice. This is my second marriage. My first marriage, I remember one time, weeks before I got married, riding around with some of my fraternity brothers. I'm a member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Yeah, right. Hey, watch yourself, I can't see. But I'm riding around with some of the brothers. We doing our Q-Dog thing, you know what I'm saying? And one of the brothers is on some dog. I can't believe you get married. I mean, because you know. What I'm saying, to say that I was a hoe does not even begin to get into the range of where I was. You know what I'm saying? We had an award at our chapter called the DSM that stood for the Dick Slangingest Motherfucker, meaning the dude who had the most sex that semester with the most different women. I won 2 semesters in a row. I'm not saying that as anything I'm proud of, I'm just saying I be killing bitches. But no, this is my point. And right before I'm getting married, my dude is like, man, you know, of all the things that you be thinking about, you know, you really ready to do this or settle down with one chick, and you know, are you cool with that? And I was like, yeah. And then I said, well, I gotta go cash this check. He said, well, just throw it in your bank account. I said, well, I don't have a bank account. He said, wait a minute, and you about to get married? Man, love ain't just all it takes for a relationship. Sometimes you got to have other shit, and finances and things like that count. And that was a dude that gave me that advice. So women, you meaning to tell me it don't matter? As long as I come to the table willing to work for some shit, you'll accept that by round of applause. Okay, women that want a man to be self-sufficient when they meet him and have some shit going for them. Women that want to be basketball wives by round of applause. Say what? Okay, security staff. Kill her and headbutt her like Ocho Cinco. Now, before we go, we're going to have some questions. I know Nick has got the cordless microphone. Does anybody have a question they would like to ask? Anything, point of view that you would like to bring up? Maybe have that. Okay, you come down here. Tell us your name, tell us where you're from, and then state your question for us, please.
Latika Rogers, Chicago, Mississippi.
She sounds real happy.
Yeah, I'm saying, are you on some shit? See you coming here off the street to nod off and shit like, what?
I just wasn't expecting to say my name and all that other stuff, so it's cool. My question is, it's a double standard to be a gay man and what do you call it, a lesbian. It's okay for a woman to walk around and be gay, and they don't get the same criticism that gay men get. And I think it's a double standard. I think if you're a gay,
Well, is that a question?
it's a question.
You're talking a long time.
It's a question. Why is there a double standard when it comes to who is gay? I think a gay woman is just as nasty as a gay man.
Wait. And let me be very, very specific. I don't mean to limit your participation. It's just that we are taking questions, and for you to ask a question and then give a statement would sort of cheat the other people out of asking a question. First of all, I will agree with you that there is a double standard, and in my estimation, the double standard comes from the fact that you can sell girl-on-girl porn to a more, it's easier digested. Most women who aren't in favor of homosexuality will kind of forgive some girl-on-girl shit. Matter of fact, girls may jump it off on a Friday night, and by Saturday morning, they'd be back straight again. You know what I mean? You would never know. You would never know. Yeah.
Do you think it may have something to do with the fact that a man penetrates a man and women just do whatever they do? There's some people who are turned off by the idea that a man actually penetrates another man.
Ain't that what I was just saying? It sounds better when you say this shit. And just for the record, Miss Producer, we're having the audience ask questions. And you just leaned on shit, got the microphone. You shouldn't be watching the fucking show. You're supposed to be running the show. Give it to some of these people. Yeah, but it's a double standard. And if I could be graphic, what I'm saying is two men together, men aren't willing to pay for that. Now, women may watch porn, but they don't buy porn. It's a bottom line business. The people who make the money off of it are going to sell to the demographic that buys it. The people who buy porn are primarily men. And men will watch women on women and guys and girls and be cool with it, but they won't watch the other way. So once we get more women buying porn or more people who are willing to buy gay porn, there'll always be a double standard. So, anybody else with a question? Anything at all? Anything you can ask us personal questions, you can ask something that...
I kind of want to comment on that. I'm in agreement to what you're saying as far as the double standard as well. I agree with both of you. But that's the same thing as saying a man can be a hoe and get away with it and get props and ass and shit. But a female can't do the same shit that he do and get away with it, because then we're looked at as a hoe in a bad situation. So,
and let me say this. Do you know why women can't be hoes and men can't be hoes? Because women have accepted the fact that if I do it, they're going to look at me bad, and you care what other motherfuckers think. That's it. That's what I'm saying. So that's why you have the type of freedom. Now, a lot of dudes talk about, I wish I could just bang a chick and we go our separate ways. Ladies, if you really want to get a man and keep him, fuck him and don't call him back. He will because that's not what he's used to. He's used to you pursuing him. Men say they want a chick that can fucking just be friends, but if they ever got that, it would fuck their minds up. They're not ready for a woman to act like a man acts. So a lot of women spend a lot of time trying to chase a dude, give him some space, and he'll mind you. So if you don't have any more questions, any more questions? Questions, comments, observations? All right, somebody got the hand up. All the way to the left. Somebody got something to say all the way to the left. Now, if you don't have anything to say, don't let Pam see that. There you go again. She got something to say. I'm willing to say no. Do you have a question, man?